And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use triads with the major and relative minor scale for soloing. I have a little loop that I created on my Boss RC5 looper, and it's a simple chord progression. It's two loops. One of them is going to be A minor progression, and the next one's going to be a C major progression. And I'm going to loop them together. So check it out. Here's the first loop right here. A minor, D minor, to a G, back to an A minor. An A minor. And I put them on two separate loops so I could switch them when I want to. C, G, D minor, A minor, C, G, D minor, E7. Back to the first progression. If you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm playing some triad shapes, like simple triad ideas, like right here. Just an A minor shape, triad at the A, the fifth, the minor third. When it goes to the D minor chord, you simply just play over here. And it goes to a G chord. Shift around to this second inversion, triad. So the progression is A minor, D minor, G, A minor. So I could play right here this A minor scale. Or I could play just the triads of the chord. When it goes to the D, put the D minor triad up here. G, we note right here. Back to A minor. And I could play in between, I could play the scale, the minor scale. Or the minor pentatonic scale. So even in just one area right here. Play. A minor triad, D minor triad, G, A minor, or A minor pentatonic, D, A minor triad, D triad, G triad. So I'm playing in between the triads. A minor triad, D triad, G triad, A minor triad. Way to blend in the triads and the scales. This area right here, let's try right here in the middle of the minor pentatonic scale. A minor pentatonic. So right in this one position, position one of the minor pentatonic, you have these triads shapes. So if you're playing, stuff like that. have these target notes, which is the root, the third, the fifth, and the octave. Then you also have the pentatonic scale. You have the triad, the root, third, fifth, root again. Then you also have the A minor scale. So you have all this stuff right here at your fingertips. And what's cool about this progression is when it goes to the D, you can still play the same A minor scale, because all the notes of that D are in this minor scale. D minor, D in the A minor scale, the A, it's all in there. And then you go to the G chord, same thing with the G. All the same notes are in there. G major in the A minor scale. There it is right there, the third. So it's like playing a G chord, but with the A minor scale. But what I'm doing also is when I'm going to the D, I'm playing the D minor triad right here to really target the notes. When it goes to the G, I'm going to the G. Target those notes. Here's the G chord right here. You have the A right here. You have a D minor right here. You have a D. A G, I mean, right here. Same thing over here. You have an A minor. You have a D minor. You have a G. An A. So you can take the whole thing up to here. Just by playing these shapes. So any questions about any of this stuff, please let me know. Then we switched to the next progression, and I made it major. So basically we just took it and we just went up to C. And G. D minor. A minor. C. G. D minor. E7. Then I kick back to the A minor progression. Now over the C part, I'm just going to simple C triads in the area. If we take it to where we were, you could just drop it down to here. Here's the C. But I was going up here most likely. Right up here. The G chord, here's the G triad. And then the D minor, it's really close. And then to an A. And C again right there. To G. D minor. To an E7. That's when I went back to the A. And resolves really nicely right there. Just remember, over this whole thing, the first progression, the second progression, over the A minor, it's the A minor scale. However you play it, 3 notes per string. Or if you play it up like this way. Any way you play the minor scale, it's fine. And then when it goes to the C progression, it's the same scale. Only you're starting on the C note. It's the same fingering, but you're emphasizing the C instead of the A. Just like this, check it out. A minor. It's gonna go next right here to the C. Now play the same notes. C. C major. D. You know, it's all relative to within the C major scale. A minor. D minor. G. A minor. So it's really simple to keep it that way. And then when you go to the C chord, same type of thing. C. Or here. C major scale. Then I went to a G chord. D minor. A minor. C. G. D minor. Here's the last trick. It went to an E7. And what that does is it makes it, A harmonic minor to fit that E7 chord. But I'm just playing over E triads there. Like just a regular E, the third, the seventh, the root, and emphasizing that minor six, like up here. Actually, the scale would be a Phrygian dominant scale. So A harmonic minor starting on the E, Phrygian dominant. Oops. Resolves back to the A nicely. Cadence of 5 to a 1 there. And that's why I ended that progression like that with the 7 chord going into the 1. It's a matter of blending the triads and the scales, you know? You don't just play the triads because it sounds like you're playing the chord right there. But it's good to grab the notes from it for target notes. You know, if the progression's going by like this, picturing it. It's a really, really great framework for just seeing an idea, seeing the framework for your phrasing. Right there. It really comes down to phrasing too. So if you can see the triads in different places. So I see an A here, I see an A here, I see an A here, A here, A here. All over the place. See them, triads. So you see if you're playing around A here, something like this, which is part of this shape, the C shape, A minor shape, C shape. So you see this little triad here, and you're playing like a little lick. The D's coming up right there to a D, your favorite position D. So you're right here, A minor. Now where's the closest G around here? Well, I'm already on a note. Here's a G, G-shaped G. The G shape right here. To an A. So like before, A, D, G, A. D minor. Here's a G. G, A pentatonic. You get this F over the D, 'cause that's the third of D minor. G. So it's all about the chord progression. Play it in time. So it's good to have some kind of backing track. Just find a position and stick with it and just kind of play stuff around this position. When I go to the C, so you have licks right around here in the C. Play the C major scale here. And find, where's the G? Well, here's the G right here. So I could play little licks here. D minor. Here's a position that I like a lot, this D minor. Position 1. So it's right here. And where's A minor? It's close by. Here's the A right here. You know, pentatonic shape 2 right here. How you blend it into 1, right? So I was right there, I was close. After that D, C, G, D minor. Where's an E? You know? Play the chord progression in other places. Take it up to some place where you know it a little bit better. Right over here in A minor. Instead of playing A minor here, you play A minor here. Play the D minor here. And the G, you can play it here like this. You know, a little inversion right here. Here's the G chord. Or you can go to here. Play it here. I mean, you've heard this all the time. You know, for that lick. You know. So certain licks you could do over these places right here. You know, certain licks that you've known and loved all your life. Like when you have the A minor, you play. It's right here. We play the D minor. You're essentially playing the D minor pentatonic scale, starting on the A string. So this would be D minor pentatonic shape 4 right here. So instead of playing the A minor pentatonic through the whole thing, you have a different sound. You know what I mean? Like this. You know? So you're emphasizing the chord tones here with pentatonic shapes as well as triads. And I'm kind of anticipating the chords coming up. So when I know I'm playing over the D chord, over the G, I know that that A's coming up. So if I'm in the middle of a scale, I know that I gotta land on a chord tone from A minor. So I'm adjusting the scale, the amount of notes that I play. I don't have the exact number of phrasing I'm thinking in my head, which there probably is one. But I'm just thinking, I gotta get from here to here somehow. Because that's the note I have in my head, or the safe note that I want to land on there. So like, I might go there, or I might go land on the ninth into the root, or something like that. Or just wait here. Somehow to have to get the phrasing right. But the rhythm and the timing really, really helps because, you know, like I said, it keeps you honest when you have to play in time. You just got to be careful when you're playing the scale along with the chords, that you're playing the right notes of the scale. Because when you go to A minor, D minor, you got to make sure that when you're on this D minor, you're still playing an A minor scale. See, that's the tricky part right there. When you're playing over D minor, you would think, okay, well, in a D minor is like this. Well, it's not a D natural minor in the key of A minor. It's a D Dorian. So you don't have to think about that. You just know that, like, if you're playing a D triad here, but the scale behind you is A minor, you're going to have that note in there, that B. Because the A minor scale is like this. You know? It's A minor. And if D just happens to be there, you know, just works out that way. So with this progression, you want to make sure that you're playing just the regular A minor notes in there. A minor, D minor, then the G, same thing, over the G chord, A minor scale, not a G major scale. It's a modal thing too. So when you go in the key of A minor, which is relative to C major, all the white notes are all no flats and no sharps. You just got to remember that when you're playing within this chord progression here, when you play the G, it's the G Mixolydian mode, because it has the flat seventh right there, it has the F. Back to the A minor. But the cool thing is you could be safe by playing just the triads. You don't have to worry about the in-between notes, because every time you play an A minor, you're always going to be safe with the root, the third, the fifth. When you go to the D minor, you're always going to be safe. The third, the fifth, the root. When you go to G, you're always going to be safe. The root, third, the fifth. Then back to A minor, root, third, fifth. So you can't go wrong with those, you know, or even the seventh notes. See that if you picture this D minor triad, picture the G, A minor. Then you have to worry about the in-between notes, because those are always going to work in this. So you're really always safe there. And then blend the A minor scale into it. And D minor. Be cool, be kind, and be cherry. And if you do want to see another video on how to use triads to play a minor blues solo, I'll put that up right there for you. All right. Love yous. Have a great rest of the weekend and a great week. And I'll see you next time. Peace, y'all. Ciao.